We haven't posted a video for several months, in fact, and it really has nothing to do with COVID or any of the things going on. It's actually for a personal reason. Right before the whole COVID thing hit, or as I was coming into play, my father wasn't feeling very well. Went into the doctor, got checked out, and it was discovered that he had stage 4 cancer. Kind of a little bit of a shocker. When we asked how much time he would have, what sort of treatment options were available and stuff, the oncologist basically said that, you know, you could try treatments, but it honestly wouldn't do much. That it was so far progressed at that point that, you know, we were down to possibly, a few months maybe at the best. He hung on for a long time. He just passed away actually about 4 weeks ago. During this time, from the time he was diagnosed, all the way up through the funeral and afterwards and stuff, you know, I continued to train, other than about a week right there at the end. Continued to train in martial arts, and a lot of people don't understand that, and that's why I want to talk about that today in this video and explain a few things. I guess, as some of you may know, my mother passed away when I was a kid, and at the time I was training in Taekwondo, and it was the one thing that I could focus 100% of my energy on, my mind, all that, and I could block out that emotional pain, be focused just solely in the moment. I firmly do believe the concept of when we are martial artists and stuff, when we step onto the mat at the gym, you know, all that exterior stuff ceases to exist. You know, you're no longer rich, you're no longer poor. It doesn't matter what job you do. It doesn't matter if you're black, white. None of that matters. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. That all ceases to exist. Okay. The only thing that matters is that you are a student, and the only thing that differentiates any of us is the rank that we have on our belts. It's a great equalizer, it really is. That got me through my mother's cancer and her death. And once again and stuff, you know, I continued to train, you know, when my dad got sick. I needed that mental escape. I needed that when bad things happen in life, tragedy, things like that. A lot of people end up looking for some escape of some sort. Sometimes it's destructive. Some people turn to drugs and alcohol. Me, when everything else is gone and going rough in my life, I always turn back to martial arts. It's the one thing that gives me focus and drive and purpose in my life. And the style that, you know, I train in, honestly really doesn't matter. And that's good. You know, that's why this applies to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're doing Taekwondo, if you're doing Jiu-Jitsu, if you're doing karate. It doesn't matter. You know, anything in the martial arts realm, you know, definitely helps. With that too, you know, my father passed away. We had the funeral a week afterwards on a Monday. And his was the very first funeral that the church had since the whole COVID thing had started. So we weren't really sure how that was going to work. It did turn out very nice. The next day, Tuesday, I went back to class. I'd be 100% honest, I did not want to go. I was not in the mood to go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I was drained, completely drained. There's no other way to describe it. I did not want to go, but I knew that if I did not go that Tuesday, then I would find an excuse on Thursday and not go to class on Thursday. I knew if I didn't go to class all week, the following week I'd have more excuses, and more excuses after that. And I knew if I didn't go that very first Tuesday after my father's funeral, I'd probably never go again, honestly. That'd probably be the end of my martial arts training. And I've been doing this for 31 years. Because of that, I had the discipline to make myself go, even though I didn't want to. And a remarkable thing happened. I didn't even want to even step on the mat. I actually thought about walking right out the door. And for me to go to training, I'm training 45 minutes away, technically across state line. I'm training about 5 miles across into the next state. So where I have to go for Hapkido training. But stepped on the mat, bowed in, we got going and stuff. And by the end of class, I was feeling pretty good. Not 100%, definitely not where I wanted to be, mentally speaking and stuff, emotionally speaking. You know, it takes time to heal from all that. I'm still healing. I'm still grieving. It's a long process. And I don't know if you ever get over it, to be honest. But I felt better. And then I went again on Thursday, and I felt better yet. And each class feels a little bit better. And it feels like home. That's the only way I can describe it. And I've said this numerous times. I think I've said it in some other videos and stuff, that there are people that do martial arts, and then there are martial artists. And that is the difference. And that is, to me, the real defining key, I guess you could say, between people that make it a black belt and people that just start and quit. You know, for me, it's been a lifelong journey, and I don't foresee that ending anytime soon. I want to pursue it, some form of martial arts, you know, to my very last days. But it comes down to discipline. So, you know, if you're dealing with some sort of trauma in your life, whether it be a death of a loved one, divorce, financial issues, whatever it may be, you know, I urge you to stay in training. It's good. It's a positive way to release that energy, and stick with it and stuff, and it will make you feel better. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it may take days, it may take multiple weeks and stuff, but over time and stuff, that training will help and make a big difference. So just something to think about. Keep up the training, keep up the good work and stuff, and stay disciplined. Stay true to your arts.